Layups that just doesn't fall. It's a good look. It's got to finish. Powell has it. Working on Wrestler. Got a screen. Now he just slips it out right side for a three, and it's up and in for Aiden Judson. Three Rivers. That's where those threes can pile up, especially when you miss the layups on the other end. 17-12, and the press by the Scots. Wrestler will break it. Kind of got it shoveled up ahead to Barnado. Now he's tied up, and it'll be Alma basketball with the arrow.
Jump ball goes to Alma.
Kelvin will call a timeout. A little bit of a bumpy start here.
Calvin.
69-49. About 50 ticks left in this contest. Vanderwoody out of Caledonia High School goes to the basket. Got Kelvin uniform. 71-49. With the basketball there is Alfano. Now hands it off to Walker to the basket and lays it in.
From Price, and he's already in double digits, continuing his hot scoring play and his dominance against Alma. Judson hits the second to cut the lead down to 9. How important a win would be here for either team. Trouble with the pressure, but Adrian gets through it. Up to Schilling, who's checked in. He passes it back to Duvall. Now over to Schilling and back to Duvall on the left. One step, gives it to Pearson. Working against Powell, a little bit of a screen, and Powell sneaks around and steals it from behind. Duvall comes back, almost gets it back. Over to Walker, finds an opening and drives its way through. Ty Horkey has 8 of Kalamazoo's 13.
More Pierce been on the bench too long for the Scots.
Down to 9:40 to play in the first half. Morph Pierce scored an early 10. Here's Powell for 3 for Alma. That's good.
That would work.
Yet. Third on Bordeaux. Alma holding on to a 19-point lead. Ball lobbed in up over the top. Alma won the first matchup between these teams 75-58. Blackwood drives in, drags the toe, and next thing he knows, Powell's taking the ball away from him, and now it's Blackwood called for the foul on the reach back.
Yeah, he went in there, and all of a sudden he didn't have the basketball.
Tyshawn Walker at 6 feet against Thomas at 6'4". And Thomas the nice finish to make it 16-9. More Pierce to Riley. Speeds in against Wiegering, passes it out, gets away from Powell. He does a good job to chase it down right in front of the scoreboard, and in front of the scorer's table. Powell down the lane. Kick out. Walker, open 3. Good. It's a glass. And rebounded by Quillen. Dykehouse quickly up the floor. Drops it to Quillen. Now Thomas. Fitzpatrick wants the defense extended. Dykehouse dribbles in. Good work by Powell to knock it off of Dykehouse's thigh and out of bounds. This is Alma ball.
For the basketball.
Riley with it. Off to Powell. Fake steps to his left. Drives all the way in. Gets underneath the basket. Goes to the right. McKenzie his first 2. 50-33. Walker gets the ball too far out in front of him. Does a good job to get it back. Drops it to Judson. And now to Riley. Over to Powell. Deep 3. Good. Powell a quick 5 and a timeout. A lot of grousing out there as much as anything. Connor Riley for Alma at the left elbow. Jab spins down the lane. Knocked away from behind by Dykehouse. Scramble for it on the floor. Was not a whistle, that was a squeaky shoe. And now Walker pokes it away from behind to take it back. Riley was still down at the Alma end, and he sets himself up for it. Slams, padding his stats. Ryan Gaynor runs the point for Alma, an Illinois product, off to Xavier Glenn. Glenn has not scored since December. Would be nice to see him get one. Hands off to Elliott. Elliott down the lane, tucks it away, then goes high off the window, way too high, in fact. And Hawkins the rebound for Hope. Up the floor, down low. Powell with a block of a Morehouse try, or of a Warman try. Alfano to Gaynor. 2:16 to play, Hope by 24. Powell off the dribble, works against Wiegering, giving up a substantial amount of height, reverses it from the other side of the basket, and DēQuan gets himself
where the ball's going to come off the rim.
Calvin shooting 63% from the floor, not quite the 76% when they jumped out to a 45-13 lead against Hope, but a similar flow of things. Powell off the dribble from a nice dribble drive, count that and 1. Good job by DēQuan Powell to get all the way to the bucket there. Foul shooter, but 2 nice makes there. and Albion's found their way back within 4. Powell runs the point for Alma. Off to Bordeaux and a handoff to Walker. Walker elevates, feeds Bordeaux. Little jab step, drives down the lane, passes it into the corner. Powell for 3 with the green socks today, and those are good luck. Powell with the
That
triple.
took the Grand Tour as well, but went down.
Sure did.
Looked like it was perfect, but rattled around and went down.
16-9, Alma back by 7. Thomas with a kick out. Armstead Wilkerson drives, blocked by Powell.
Wow.
Hello. 2-on-3 for Alma the other way. Powell thought about a transition 3. He's just going to wait. And the rest of the crew arrives. Walker draws a double team. They had Glenn on the screen and roll. Go to Powell for 3.
Look out.
How about another one?
An infusion of energy from DēQuan Powell.
By Phil Reagan III, who is also checked in. Down inside to Thomas. Back outside Steinman.
Scots didn't get matched up there.
Got away with it though, but an offensive rebound by Reagan, who just has it stripped away by Bordeaux in the corner, and now a 2-on-none break ahead, and Walker gets the finish off the assist from Powell. Misses from point blank range. Riley up the floor for Alma off the rebound. Into the corner for Powell. Could it be a third triple?
Oh my.
It could.
Oh my.
Here on a Saturday afternoon. They'll switch defensively, and now Powell knocks another ball loose, and Alma with another steal. Walker up the floor, finds Powell. Do we try the heat check?
He had defense coming.
Yeah, heard the footsteps of Garland and wisely thought better.
Good basketball right there from DēQuan Powell.
He has it up top, passes it over to Tyshawn Walker, who works against Reagan. Dribbling in, gets to the baseline. Help comes from Steinem. A big jump stop. Not 28-9. More Pierce for 3 from the corner. No. Rebound snared by Barden again. A long bounce pass up the floor. Handcuffs Kruger, and it's stolen away by Powell. Powell trying to call timeout down there, I believe.
He got it.
Still only 9 points today for Fred Garland, who's second in the MIAA at 18.3 per game. 48-34, Albion trying to find its way back from a deficit that's reached as many as 18. Walker for Alma, deep three-point look over Winston. Line drive a little bit, and no good. Powell, who's checked in, picks the pocket of Armstead Wilkerson. Now a scramble for it. Armstead Wilkerson gets it back. Albion could have numbers if they hustle. They're going to wait. There's a wild exchange there. Armstead Wilkerson over to Garland. He drives in. Powell just
He's
rips
still
it
working
right
on the
away from
ball.
him. Numbers for Alma the other way. Powell across. Walker, Armstead Wilkerson defends. Walker makes it go. 53-36. For Albion, they clear the pressure. Thomas drives in, gets it stripped away.
Powell again.
Quick hands. Powell now to Riley. In. Riley. Winston stands in, so Riley goes
for him over Kendall Chrisman. Kind of hard to guard somebody who's, I believe, like 5 inches taller than you. Kendall Chrisman laying those threes in. He's got 4 of them. 14 for the sophomore, number 2. Bellamy off the mark with the reverse lay-in.
Second great defensive play we've seen from Meister here tonight.
Powell, tough laying off Seifert.
They haven't batted an eye. They've stood right there too, gone punch for punch with them, and they're shooting one heck of a percentage as well. So it's going to be a fun one. You can tell throughout. It's going to be back and forth all game long.
Adrian College breaks the full court press. Recksteiner almost traveled. Passes the ball to right now, and Price now dribbling at half court. As Bellamy is interrupted there by Riley. Riley now controlling. Right now we're on him. Riley's going to drive, trying to create space. Gets up and underneath. Right now takes it away. Scooped up by Bordeaux. 3 on the way from Powell, and he buries it in.
And the high shooting and volume, and they have done that here in this second. It's been so entertaining, back and forth. See if Alma can now get this lead back down.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, he's been dialed into a whole new level tonight.
Powell thought about a 3, but Duval quickly closes. Tip out, rebound by Walker. Bordeaux, a deep 3 off the mark. Rebound, Duval. Ball tipped away. Obadiah James has it. Powell, amazing, somehow comes up with the ball, and one for Tyshawn Walker. Ryan, let's break down that play there for me.
That was an incredible effort from DēQuan Powell, and then also just if you're Adrian, a little lackadaisical with it. You can see on the replay just the crazy effort there from Powell. Firing once he gets about a couple inches of space, he's been firing here tonight.
And Price has got 27. You know Alma's locking down on him. Blocked by Powell, tried to get the friendly roll. 73-69 with 5:38 to go in this second half. Here's Meister, and he is wide open in the lane.
It's not what you want to do against the man who is the career leader in three-point attempts and makes for Olivet, setting that record earlier this year against Adrian. It would give and go in transition. Powell a kick out. Constant wants a three. That's long, high bounce off the rim. And way up high is Robinette to get a hand on it, but tips it into the corner where Riley runs it down. He'll drive baseline as there's nobody back defensively for Olivet. Now out to Powell, stops in the lane, leans right, scoops and gets it to go off the glass. Olivet back to a 6-point edge, 18-12. Light pressure once again. Olivet brings Nolan Finkbeiner in. That's a familiar name for local basketball fans around here, and Hemlock grad. Alma's got Xavier Glenn in there down on the low block. He passes it back
Reagan
out to Bordeaux.
Finkbeiner's a heck of a player.
She's being recruited at the moment for a variety of sports. Pass out, three-point look, and more Pierce.